everyone. Hope you've had a good Easter and welcome back to college. Seems an odd thing to be saying from my little office at home, but today I want to go through the next set of work you're going to be doing. Now that the kind of week 3 stuff and case studies are done, we're going to be moving on to a new topic, which is the Supreme Court, and also you'll be thrilled to know that there's an essay for you to do just to consolidate and make sure you've understood all the stuff we've done on Prime Minister and Executive, and in particular the Cabinet. So set of resources for this week, and all this will come through to you on email. So there's a Word document, which is the Supreme Court introduction, which has got some bits in on it for you to fill in and some links to a different video for you to watch. There's a new booklet, which again will be coming through to you. I'll be sharing that with you through email. So you'll need to save a copy of that onto your computer or onto your OneDrive in some way, because the initial one that I'll send you won't be able to edit. But if you save it as a different name or download a copy onto your computer or whatever, then you'll be able to edit that and it will save handwriting into it. You'll be able to type into it. You'll need chapter 6 of the textbook on Prime Minister and the Executive to help with task 2. And for tasks 3 and 4, you'll need the Supreme Court chapter from the textbook. And also we'll be using pre-tube politics again. So task 1 is pre-tube politics. So watch videos 1 to 5 on the Supreme Court and do the worksheets to go alongside those. Also at the bottom of that is a short quiz, so have a go at that and check your understanding. And I know this is the bit that for most of you that I'm most easily able to see evidence of you having done it. So that should be nice and straightforward, and you should be well used to doing pre-tube videos now. So task 2 is an essay question. The essay looks at the view that the Cabinet remains an important part of the Executive, and now there's some great kind of really up-to-date stuff you should be able to add into that, because we've seen an awful lot of the Cabinet over recent weeks and with what's been going on with Boris. So you should be able to get some really up-to-date stuff in there. With all these essays, it's important that you use a range of examples going across time. You should use at least one pre-97 Prime Minister and one post-97 Prime Minister. You should have loads of stuff on this from all the case studies that you did over the Easter holidays and the work that we did before Easter. So you should have loads of information ready to go on that. There is also, there's links on screen, and I will also send you these by email. So links to some videos that are done on writing this particular essay, done by a friend of mine, Jo Thomas. And she gives a really good insight in how you should be writing that essay and all the different bits that you need to be doing. So that's task 2, is to write that essay for me. Please do it on Word and then email it to me so I can see how that's gone and I can give you some feedback on that next week. So I'm hoping to see that one emailed through to me. Task 3 is using the Supreme Court introduction, little document that I'm going to send you, and then the much bigger new booklet, component 2, topic 4, relationship between the branches of government. So the first bit is just filling in the Supreme Court introduction one. There's a short video to answer some questions on, and then there is a kind of a matching exercise. So that should be fairly straightforward. There's then the stuff from the booklet. So there's an initial task on page 4, which is should be fairly brief. Pages, if you read pages 5 and 6 and do some research, you should then be able to do task 1 on page 7. Task 2 and 3, pages 9 and 10. Complete task 4 on page 12, and then the extension tasks on page 13 to 15 if you can. That does involve watching a substantial documentary, about an hour long, So if there's any bits, if you're feeling there's too much work this week and there's a bit that you are not going to do or not feel you're going to get around to, I would leave that extension task number 5 on this slide to the very last thing. So do task 1, from this slide, the Supreme Court introduction handout. Do the first 4 of the tasks listed there to do with the booklet. If you've got time to do that extension task, then do, because there is more to come. So then the next bit then is continuing with that booklet. If you read pages 16 to 19, there's a talking point box that looks about how the appointment process for Supreme Court judges. There's some details in the booklet and in the textbook actually about where these judges are from, their background, stuff to do on education, stuff on gender, things like that. So it's whether that has genuinely improved the judicial branch in terms of how they now appoint and the movement away from being part of the House of Lords. And then we've got task 7. There's 2 articles to read. There's the one which is on slide here, which is on page 23 of the booklet, and then there's one which where there's a web link which is on screen at the moment, and I'll also send you a separate document which is got all these web links on it, so you can find all of those. And then also complete task 8 on page 24 and the fill in the gaps exercise on page 25. The information to help you do that are on pages 25 and 26 of the booklet, and then loads of detail in the textbook, page 163 to 167. So that should help you do all of that work. Now, if there's any problems or queries, then please email me and I can go through it with you. And you can also leave comments on this video and I can respond to those. Okay, well, I will be in contact with you all, and I look forward to hearing from you and seeing your work. Thank you very much.